Hannah Gaichas.
Toastmasters International, where leaders are made. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most honored guests. Yes, leaders are made here in Toastmasters International, but I'm going to tell you today that this is also a place where leaders are found. But how do we find these leaders? And who are these leaders? It's not always an easy thing. I'm going to describe our need for every one of us to be looking for these leaders, looking at everyone around us, and also looking into ourselves about how we can lead in Toastmasters. I have some solutions for this need for leaders, and I will be describing them as well as trying to calm any objections you might have about, I can't do that, or I don't see any leaders around me. And I hope that after all this, you will be able to visualize my hopes for the future and be able to rise up to my call to action at the end. So first, I'd like to describe the need for leaders right now in the district. As a division director, I was fortunate to have 2 of my area directors be people that were chosen somewhere else, but I needed to find 3 of the remaining 5, and it was not easy. I did get 4 out of the 5 relatively with not too much work, but the 5th one, that was a bear. He isn't a bear though, he's actually a person, but I worked so hard. I emailed every Toastmaster I could think of. You probably got an email from me or possibly many emails. And it was really touching to me that one of the people who I reached out to was a past division director last year. And she noted that this was my least favorite thing about the role last year, finding the area directors. And I just felt like that is really, is touching how hard that, how, why this should be such a hard thing, you know, and I was feeling her pain. I felt my own pain, and it seems like there really needs to be a better way. And another issue that we have too currently this year is that we still have vacancies. In fact, in our room right now, we have our Division F director and our Area 52 director. I do not envy Dave Degenhardt having to do 2 roles. I would not want to split my role up into any more tasks right now. So what is the solution to all of this? The solutions I see are, we need to realize that all of us are leaders, and everyone in Toastmasters actually is a leader, either right now or they are a leader in the making. And we need to be really watching for leadership qualities in everyone around us so that we can encourage them. About, I would say 3 or 4 years ago, I was in a fall district conference back when we had those. And in the business meeting, they were asking for people to volunteer, or was there anyone who wants to declare anything for maybe a division director next year? And I was, of course, hiding into my chair. And all of a sudden I hear, come on, Anna, from Keith Hardy. And then I hear, come on, Anna, from Sharon Rollifson. And I was like, wow, these icons of Toastmasters are thinking that me, little Anna, could be a division director. But I kind of smiled and said, maybe not right now. Well, flash forward 3 years, Keith again says, come on, Anna, this past spring. And I rose up to the challenge after a little bit of contemplation, and I'm now a division director. And if I would look back at my former self and say anything, I would probably say, of course you could have done it. Why did you even think about it? Of course you can do it, and you're doing a great job. So we need to really be looking around for those little shy Annas or anybody who maybe thinks right now that they couldn't be a leader, and realize that they are leaders and they can be leaders. And not only the ones around us, but look at our own selves. What can we do? How can we lead? If we're not going to actually take a leadership position, how can we mentor someone as their leadership mentor? But I still would really encourage everybody to think about how you can lead in the vast ways that you can be a leader in the district and in your clubs as well. So there are some people who might have some objections to this. I've heard many of the objections through my millions of emails I sent out. Like, I don't have time right now. I need to focus on this other stuff. And as you heard in my introduction, I also probably don't have too much time, but I was able to make some time for this because it's something that's important. And really, at the end of the day, everybody has the same amount of time. What you put into it is your own choice. And I want to share one thing that's really touched me was when I was looking for area director replacements, one of the people I emailed was Harold Asmussen, who many of you know is now our Region 4 director. And at the time when I emailed him, I didn't realize that it was shortly before he was going to be in his campaign for the region director at the district, at the international convention. But somehow he still took time from all of that preparation to send me about a 3-paragraph long email about ways that we can find area directors early, what we can do for next year. Right now it's kind of a big rush, but the long game is to have our leaders ready for next year. And the long game starts right now. So I hope that you will capture my vision and visualize that leaders are right here among us now, and we can start looking for them right now. We can find them 3 years ahead of time, 1 year ahead of time. Really just look for the leaders around you and inside of yourself. And I'm calling you to step with me into this vision for the future, for Toastmasters to be where leaders are made and where leaders are found. Madam Toastmaster.